Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Rocky II, the 1979 boxing sequel to the movie that I reviewed a few days ago, a week or so ago, and is the latest in my attempt to review all of the Rocky films. And this movie I am a big fan of as well. I think it's a really, really entertaining movie. I mean, it's the flick in which you get to see Rocky finally hold the belt up high, and you know all the boxing in the end is amazing, and they did a great job of following up on a lot of the characters. I will say that I do feel like this movie is much more about the boxing than the original movie. I mean, obviously the latter half of the original movie is also all boxing, but a lot of the effect of that movie is really in the pre-fight, where this, a lot more of it comes out in the actual fight. I mean, you definitely have a lot of drama in this one, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, you have all the stuff about his detached retina, and all the scenes where you can tell that Apollo's been is really sensitive about having had his the guy who he thought it was going to be basically be easy fight for him, take him to the distance and all that stuff. And there's a lot of great moments, like the first time that you see kind of Apollo and Rocky together without any of the people around them and without any of the bravado is extremely affecting, and this movie is done exceptionally well. All I'm saying is that I really do, at the end of the day, most of the scenes that really stick with me about this movie, with the exception of the ones I just discussed, are really all in the fight. Like this movie, the fighting is every bit as amazing as in the first one. I mean, all the main characters are back, and you love seeing them all. Like Burgess Meredith as Mickey is always, like, he's just such a little pit bull, and you know, it's got so much energy and is so affecting and awesome, you know. And then of course, like I said before, like, I mean, really, this movie all comes right down to that moment at the end where you see Rocky with the belt, and he's hey Adrian, we did it, you know, like that. All that stuff is just so stupendous, and this really is it's definitely a great entry in the series. Where I would put it as far as quality, you know, it's tough to say. I'd probably, to be honest, probably put it on the bottom half. But that's no real slight to it. That's just more of a indication of how much I like the other films. I mean, I honestly feel like if this movie wasn't a Rocky flick and it was just put out in and of itself, I would absolutely love it and think of it maybe a little bit more than I do. I mean, like I said, there's lots of really interesting stuff in it, like the scenes of Apollo with the hate mail and all that stuff, and like the way in which I honestly think that the character with the most interesting arc in this film is Apollo, because you see him recuperating from the defeat, or not, like, it wasn't a defeat as far as, like, he didn't lose the fight. It was called like a draw or whatever, right? He didn't lose the belt, but it was a defeat in a lot of ways, because this guy walked into that fight with all the bravado in the world, thinking that he was untouchable, and then this guy who nobody gave a shot took him the distance and really made him look fallible, right? And so seeing him, like, what, dealing with that, coming to some kind of ability to move past it, but the needing to prove that he can beat Rocky is just really fascinating, especially because anybody who knows the series at all knows where it's gonna go. So to see how that's all built up within his character is just really cool. So those are my thoughts on Rocky 2. Let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of the movie, where you would put it in the echelon. I know there's a lot of people that might even like put it at like the second best movie in the film after the first one, or what have you. But for me, I don't know. I just don't get as jazzed by it as I do some of the others. Please hit that like button. It does awesome things for my channel. It makes it much more likely that this video will get in front of people that otherwise wouldn't have seen it. And please subscribe. I love talking to you guys about movies, and that'll give me the opportunity to do that more, because you'll be here to hear my thoughts. So that would be awesome. And hit that notification bell so you find out when a new video of mine goes up. And other than that, have yourself a nice day.